Virtual tour is a modern way to present a tourist offer of a specific location, region, or even estate. It is created by connecting a number of spherical panoramas, photographs taken at a certain point in the space, which allow the visitor to view from that location in all directions. Virtual tour as a concept is not new, since its simpler versions have existed on some online platforms for many years, for example Google Street View. However, differences with regard to our product are huge, not only in higher quality images, up to 20 times higher resolution, but also in shooting possibilities from any point in the area. We must also emphasize that our product, together with the accompanying user-friendly internet platform, allows grouping of panoramas into territorial or thematic segments. Such grouping of panoramas is necessary, since these virtual tours are made up of hundreds, and in larger areas even thousands of panoramas. That's precisely why we allow visitors to search the zones or thematic units that are the subject of their interest. Apart from displaying the territory, it is customary to transmit also the entirety according to interest, history or culture, activities, navigation, active tourism or beaches, and accommodation and catering facilities, hotels, villas and restaurants. We are technically equipped to capture panoramic photos of quality over 150 megapixels. Such high quality of recorded material allows not only an extraordinary view of the environment, but also bringing closer the objects of interest to the distances from which minute details can be seen. Panoramic photos can be made at any point in the space up to 500 meters above the ground. This means that our virtual tours show objects and the environment from a position that is the most favorable for the affirmative tourist view of the site, which implies recording of the interior and objects of importance. For each panorama that is included in Virtual Tour, the input of shorter text info is enabled, which gives the visitor basic information about the location or object. Of course, it is possible the connection with more extensive information on the internet. All locations where panoramas are shot are indicated on the attached folder. Switching from one location to another is thus enabled by selecting the position on the map. Virtual tours that we realize have software support for virtual reality, which means that any visitor can use the VR glasses to enjoy a stereoscopic view of all locations. It is possible to implement photo and video material and any panorama about the site or object. Although these additional materials are not part of the project, a special contract can also regulate their realization. To a visitor who finds the desired location or tourist offer, can be allowed to reserve tourist services directly, starting from accommodation and food, through scheduling various activities or engagement of the guide, to the lease of vessels. Virtual tour can be understood in multiple languages, which means that all site names and info text would be available in several language versions. The completed virtual tour project does not mean that the final version has been published, because new panoramas can be added continuously, but also replaced by previously published locations where important environmental changes occurred. The size of the project, and therefore the implementation deadlines and the required budget, depend solely on the number of points. For example, shot panoramas that are connected in a unique virtual tour. This means that the number of locations that would be included in virtual tour, as well as the number of points for each location, is not predefined, but it is agreed in cooperation with the client's expert team in the process of project preparation. The virtual tour is of a permanent value, which will bring more and more visitors from year to year, as the number of visitors to virtual tour will progressively increase over time. Kindly note that virtual tour is mostly intended for people who have not yet visited implied locations, and for ones who are not familiar with the natural beauty and tourist offer. So the main goal of virtual tour is to encourage visitors to come for the first time, to visit locations which they have not seen, and to experience some new activities.